So, man, very successful barbecue.
Yeah, some good stuff. Just gotta get it cleaned up, you know.
How's the wife and kids?
It's all right. We didn't need to use that as much.
Let's wrap them back up.
This was good stuff. Yeah, it's going good and everything. It's just like, I don't know, like it seems like we keep having children. And here, let's put it that way. And I can't seem to figure out a way to stop it.
I've got a genius idea. Excuse me, sir. I don't believe you should be drinking alcohol. You see, I am a member of the temperance movement. We believe that alcohol corrupts our youth and destroys our nation.
Screw the temperance movement. What up?
We wish to have alcohol outlawed.
I wish to have it inlawed.
Another victory for the temperance movement. Good evening. With me today is Upton Sinclair, author of the influential new book, The Jungle. Upton, this is a book about a problem that is very wrong with America, would you say?
Yeah, this book is definitely, it really kind of centers in on one of the biggest problems in America today, which I think, you know, people need to know about it.
And of course, the problem we are talking about lies with the contamination of the food and the meatpacking industry. Upton, this book is about the plight of meat packers everywhere. In it, you write a passage about a man who fell into a vat and was ground into sausage. That is terrible.
It's awful.
He was sold to the American public as food.
No. The issue is the fact that a man was ground up. Not that he was sold, it's the fact that a worker was ground up.
I hear you, sir. Now, what we've got in here, you've got issues with rat poop being put into beef, rotten food, glycerin additives, everything that should just turn America's stomach. It is, truthfully, the biggest problem with America today.
No. It's about the workers. The plight of the workers.
We don't want them being sold to us as food, for sure. And that is why the President has passed the Pure Food and Drug Act, which puts standards on what is allowed to be sold and not to be sold to consumers for human consumption. It regulates the meatpacking industry, President Roosevelt busting the meat trusts, and we are now looking forward to a future in which it will be safe to eat that hamburger on your plate. Back to you in the studio, Norman. Gentlemen, I have called you here today on account of the recent coal strike that is occurring in Pennsylvania. You, the workers, say you want your rights and will not mine for coal without them. You are denying them those rights and say it interferes with the running of your company. Well, I, Theodore Roosevelt, am here to make you compromise, because we need that coal to be mined. You, the workers, will be laid off if you do not come to the table. And you, the owners, will have your company seized by me, the government, and I will have federal troops mine that coal, so help me God. I am here today to decree a square deal for labor. We will not give you the advantage, but you will be fairly treated. And no trust is greater than the power of the government. Remember that now. And remember this day when Theodore Roosevelt said, "There will be justice." TR away! Another evildoer vanquished. Justice is served. You've been found guilty of stealing the bread. There will be a $60 fine and a short prison term. Don't grumble. In the old days, you would have cut your hands off for it. Thank you. Have a nice time.
I'm so bored. You know what? Screw this CR guy.
Excuse me, laddie. Might you be vandalizing private property? That's a crime. You're coming with me. You've been sentenced to 50 years hard labor for your crimes. Now, get hoeing. Vandalizing public property is a week in jail. I hope you've learned your lesson. Now don't do it again.